Good morning, children. We are continuing our lecture for topic halogen derivatives. So up to this racemic mixture, we came in last lecture. Let us continue. This optical activity, this part also we have completed. So next, nucleophilic substitution reactions. Nucleophilic substitution reactions. Now substitution reaction means the reaction in which one atom or group of atom is replaced by another atom or group of atom. So such reaction is called as substitution reaction. When this substitution take place by using nucleophile, then such reactions are called as nucleophilic substitution reactions. Nucleophile means the species which has excess of electrons or negative charges, or it is electron rich center. It is having electron rich center. They are called as nucleophiles. Now here we are going to see about this nucleophilic substitution reactions. So as this CX bond in alkyl halide is polar and carbon is electropositive and undergo electrophilic attack. Okay, so X is more electronegative than carbon. So in this two, the electronegativity of carbon is less. So the nucleophile, attacking nucleophile will go and attack on this carbon, electropositive carbon. So in this way, this is Nu minus, nucleophile is represented as Nu minus. This nucleophile attacks on this carbon. So here, so it is unable to see, it is not clear, but try to understand. This is CX bond. X is halogen, more electronegative, and carbon is less electronegative. So the shared electron pair is pulled towards halogen and it acquire partial negative charge, and it carbon acquire partial positive charge. So it is partial positive charge, delta plus, and this is delta minus. So why the nucleophile will attack on this electropositive, partially positive carbon, and this way the product is obtained. Nucleophile substitute, replace the halide ion. So these reactions and mechanisms for this nucleophilic substitution reactions we will see here. Now reactivity depends on, first point, substitution state of carbon atom, and second, nature of halogen. Substitution state of carbon means whether carbon is primary, secondary, or tertiary, and nature of halogen, whether that X is chlorine, bromine, iodine, or chlorine. What is it? So depending on these two factors, the reactivity of nucleophilic substitution reactions can be explained. Now here, order of reactivity is as given below. First, see these both factors or both orders of reactivity. First order shows tertiary alkyl halides are more reactive than secondary alkyl halides than primary alkyl halides. And second point, alkyl iodides are more reactive than alkyl bromides than alkyl chlorides. So about the specific order, this or this, we will see at the end of this part in detail. So here tertiary alkyl halides are more stable or more reactive than secondary alkyl halide than primary alkyl halide, and alkyl iodides are more reactive. So it is because the size of iodine is greater than that of bromine than that of chlorine. So the order of reactivity is in this way. In detail, we will see after completing this both SN1 and SN2 reaction mechanisms. These substitution reactions take place with attacking nucleophile and leaving group halide with step-by-step changes. It is called mechanism of reaction. This mechanism depends upon kinetics of reaction, that is rate of reaction. First, we will see SN2 reaction mechanism. Substitution nucleophilic bimolecular reaction. S stands for substitution, N stands for nucleophilic, and 2 stand for bimolecular reaction. The example of this reaction is alkaline hydrolysis of methyl bromide. Means methyl bromide reacts with alkali KOH. Means its hydrolysis. This reaction is the best example of SN2 reaction mechanism. So first point, reaction is methyl bromide plus KOH aqueous heating, it gives the product methyl alcohol plus Br minus. Second point, kinetics of the reaction. So rate directly proportional to concentration of both molecules, concentration of methyl bromide and concentration of nucleophile. Here in this alkali KOH, OH minus is the nucleophile. Means rate proportional to both molecules, methyl bromide, concentration of both molecules, methyl bromide, and concentration of nucleophile. So rate is equal to K into concentration CH3Br into concentration OH minus. So where K is equilibrium constant or proportionality constant. Here it is proportionality, and now we are taking equality. So this is proportionality constant. Hence the reaction is second order reaction. Two molecules involves or affects the rate of reaction. So this is second order reaction. Third point, mechanism of this reaction. This reaction is one step reaction mechanism. It's only one step, the complete mechanism, complete changes from reactant to product are going to take place. Now here this methyl bromide tetrahedral geometry, methyl bromide tetrahedral geometry. Now in this the CBr bond, which is polar bond, other bonds are CH bonds, CH bond, and this is also CH bond. Now here electronegativity does not considered because hydrogen and carbon, their electronegativities are nearly same. But here in this CBr bond, bromine is more electronegative than carbon, so the shared electron pair pull towards bromine side and it acquire partial negative charge, and the electron cloud, electron density moves towards this bromine, so carbon acquire partial positive charge. Hence, the nucleophile from this KOH that will attacks. Now here in this methyl bromide, backside attack of nucleophile OH minus. This nucleophile is going to attack from backside of the molecule methyl bromide. Why backside? Because here in front side there is bromine, which is leaving group. So this is going to leave after this OH will attack. But here if it try to attack from front side, then because of bromine and OH, both are negative, or both are living groups, or both are nucleophiles with different electronegativities, they will repel each other or sterically hindered to each other. So nucleophile better attacks from backside. Now this is RDS, rate determining step. When nucleophile attacks from backside, what happens in this rate determining step? So we get this OH partially bonded with carbon, which is partially bonded with bromine, and 3 hydrogen atoms. So it is transition state. It is unstable state, so it is shown in square bracket. Okay, so it is unstable state, and you know, unstable, less is the stability, more is the energy content. More is the stability, less is the energy content. Now see why this is unstable. Because in this transition state, carbon has total 4 valencies. Means we are seeing that these are 5 valencies. Out of these 5 valencies, 3 complete valencies, CH, CH and CH, 3 complete valencies. But CBr partial valency and COH partial valency. Means 2 partial valencies is nothing but are nothing but 1 complete valency. Okay, so this is unstable state. Means we can see that this does not remains reactant now, and it is not formed a complete product. So in between state, neither complete product nor complete reactant. So this is transition state. So this is transition state. What happens when COH bond conforms? When formation of COH bond confirms, the detachment of CBr bond take place, and we get the product CHHHOH, CH3OH, that is methyl alcohol. Now in this methyl alcohol, this is 100% inversion of configuration. This bromide ion is leaves, it is leaving group. Okay, so 100% inversion of configuration. Inversion of configuration means the structure of reactant, 3 hydrogens are on this left side or on this back side, but from back side the OH minus get attacks and detachment of Br CBr bond take place, so structure is get inverted. 3 hydrogen goes towards right side and OH remains to the left side. So complete structure of methyl bromide after nucleophilic attack get inverted. like the umbrella get inverted in the forceful wind. Okay, that same way complete structure is get inverted, means 100% inversion take place. Now next point, energy profile diagram, EPD. What is energy profile diagram? See, in this energy profile diagram, if potential energy and reaction coordinate or rate of reaction are plotted with each other, that is on x-axis and y-axis, then the graph comes in this way. So this graph is called as energy profile diagram. Now here on this y-axis, it is potential energy. From 0 it is increasing, less to higher, and here from 0 to rate of reaction goes on increasing. Means as the reaction continues, reacting molecules, reactant molecules and substrate molecule, reagent molecule react with each other, then start to form a product. So step by step, what type of changes take place, that can be given on this reaction coordinate. Now here, see, at this stage there is reactant. At this stage there is reactant CH3Br, methyl bromide. It has it its certain potential energy. Now as nucleophile approaches from backside, the energy of system goes on increasing. Energy of system goes on increasing, reaches to maximum level where OH minus is held with carbon because it attacks on carbon with partial valencies, and carbon Br, C-Br bond not detached. So it is unstable state. It is unstable state and called as transition state. It is called as transition state. Now look here, for this transition state, there is maximum energy contained. Here potential energy is maximum. So maximum is the energy, less is the stability. So this substance, this transition state is unstable or it is extremely less stable. Okay, so you should remember that relationship between energy and stability. Less is the stability, more is the energy, and more is the stability, less is the energy. Now again, COH bond conforms and C-Br bond detach. So when this process is going on of conformation of COH bond and breaking of C-Br bond, the energy of system drops down, decreases, reaches to minimum level where 100% inversion of configuration methyl alcohol formation take place. So this is product. This is product. Now, which are the terms here? Look here, this is potential energy of reactant and this is potential energy of product. So this difference in potential energy is denoted by delta H. So what is delta H? Potential energy of product minus potential energy of reactant. What is delta E? See, it is the difference between energy of transition state and energy of reactant. So it is called as delta E, and delta E is nothing but energy of activation. Energy of activation can also be defined as the amount of energy required to reactant to reach up to transition state is called as energy of activation. Okay, delta E and delta H. Now see here in this delta H, it has very less energy than this reactant. Means than reactant, the energy of product is very less. So about stability, we can say that products are more stable than that of reactant. And this is one of the reason behind this why chemical reaction take place to get stability. To get stability means than CBr bond, COH bond is more stable, and hence the molecule form, product form methyl alcohol is more stable. More is the stability, less is the energy. Okay, so in this way, this complete change can be explained. So at this stage, with this molecule methyl bromide, nucleophile approaches from backside, so energy of system goes on increasing, reaches to maximum level where it is transition state, TS. So in this transition state, COH bond not confirmed and CBr bond not detached. So when bond confirms and CBr bond OH, COH bond confirms and CBr bond detach, the energy of system start to decrease, reaches to minimum level where product formation take place. So here delta H, the value of delta H will be negative because less energy minus more energy. Energy of reactant is more and energy of product is less. Less minus more, obviously it is with minus sign. So delta H is negative, then the reaction is exothermic. Exothermic reactions are those reactions in which it is given out. It is negative. Okay. So this is all about SN2 reaction mechanism. Now second one, SN1 reaction mechanism. It is alkaline hydrolysis of tertiary butyl bromide. S stands for substitution, N stands for nucleophilic, and 1 for unimolecular reaction. So what is the reaction? CH3C, CH3, CH3, Br plus KOH, it gives CH3C, CH3, CH3OH plus Br minus. So methyl bromide when reacts with aqueous KOH heated, it gives methyl alcohol as the product. So bromide is gets substituted by hydroxyl group. Br minus is replaced by OH minus. So this is SN1 reaction mechanism. Why SN1 high unimolecular? So that will given that will be explained by this second or third point. So kinetics of reaction. Now rate of reaction directly proportional to concentration of tertiary butyl bromide only. Only one molecule involved in determining the rate of reaction. So rate is equal to K, proportionality constant, into concentration of tertiary butyl bromide. So only one molecule involved in the rate determining step. So this is first order reaction. It is the order of reaction is first order. About this order and molecularity, we will study in chemical kinetics. Now mechanism, third point, mechanism. It is two-step reaction mechanism. First step, heterolysis of C-Br bond, or it is also called as slow dissociation of C-Br bond. Heterolysis or slow dissociation of C-Br bond. And second step, fast attack of nucleophile on tertiary butyl carbonium ion. Now let us see what is heterolysis. In this heterolysis, in this C-Br bond, the electronegativity of both carbon and bromine is different. So this shared electron pair in this bond attracted or shifted towards bromine side, and bromine get partial negative charge and carbon get partial positive charge. So here, when such bond undergo breaking, undergo decomposition, dissociation, then the shared electron pair goes to one of the atom which has more electronegativity, and another acquire partial positive charge, not partial, complete positive charge, and negative charge with both of electron goes to bromine. So here by this heterolysis, the carbonium ion formation take place. Carbonium ion formation take place. So it is called as dissociation of C-Br bond, and it is slow reaction. It is slow dissociation. And after getting this tertiary butyl carbonium ion here, the nucleophile attacks on this tertiary butyl carbonium ion, and this attack is fast attack. So first step is slow dissociation, and second step is fast attack of nucleophile. See step 1 and step 2 mechanisms. CH3C, CH3, CH3, Br. So here partial negative and partial positive charge. So electronegativities of this C and Br are having larger difference. So on heterolysis, on breaking this bond breaks, so shared electron pair goes to bromine, and bromine get complete negative charge, and carbon acquire partial positive charge. So this dissociation take place with very slow rate. It is slow step. Okay, and this tertiary butyl carbonium ion formation take place. This tertiary butyl carbonium ion, this carbon has total 6 electron in its octet and positive charge and positive charge. So this tertiary butyl carbonium ion having planar geometry. So these all are lying in one plane. Okay, this step is slow step, and it is called as rate determining step. Second step, fast attack of nucleophile. As this tertiary butyl carbonium ion having planar geometry, so all these three methyl groups and one carbon, they are lying in one plane. They are lying in one plane. The possibility of attack of nucleophile is from both sides. So it is planar geometry, planar structure. So nucleophile may attack from front side or nucleophile may attack from back side. So fast attack take place of nucleophile and with 50% inversion. If backside attack take place, this configuration occur. If attack of nucleophile is from front side, then 50% retention of configuration take place, means the structure remains as it is. So Br on this right side, nucleophile OH from right side is on right side, and here it is on left side. So this is called as 50% inversion of configuration and 50% retention of configuration, means possibility of both 50% inversion and 50% retention take place. So why? Because of its planar geometry. Tertiary butyl carbonium ions planar geometry, nucleophile attacks from backside as well as front side. Now here you can see it is multi-step reaction which take place in more than one step. It is called multi-step reaction, and in such multi-step reaction, the slower step determines the rate of reaction. It is called rate determining step. So in this rate determining step, only one molecule, tertiary butyl bromide, involves. So we have seen in chemical kinetics of the reaction, rate of reaction directly proportional to tertiary butyl bromide. Okay, got it? So in multi-step reaction, the slow step determines the rate of reaction and the number of molecule involves. In this slow step, they determines the rate of reaction. Hence, this is unimolecular or first order reaction. Got it? Now energy profile diagram. Again, same way, when potential energy and reaction coordinate are plotted with each other against each other, then the graph obtained is called as energy profile diagram. Now look again here. This is reactant tertiary butyl bromide. So here in first step, it is two-step reaction, so two peaks are obtained. Now in this first step, what is the first step? Dissociation of CBr bond. So slow dissociation is going on. Here this CBr bond does not break completely. Here process of breaking of CBr bond going on. So it has maximum energy content. It is unstable state. When CBr bond completely detach, then it gives tertiary butyl carbonium ion. This is transition state. So than this, tertiary butyl carbonium ion has less energy. Here energy content is more and here energy content is less, means than this tertiary butyl carbonium ion is stable. Now it has planar geometry. On this tertiary butyl carbonium ion, now nucleophile approaches from backside as well as from front side. So as nucleophile approaches, the energy of system again goes on increasing, reaches to here maximum level where COH bond is not confirmed yet. So it is not completely formed. It has maximum energy content. So energy of this CBr bond dissociation or breaking of CBr bond is more than energy of COH bond formation. So than this is more stable. But when COH bond completely formed as a product, tertiary butyl alcohol, the energy of system decreases, reaches to minimum level and product formation take place. Okay, So in this way, C-Br bond dissociation take place, maximum energy content. Here, detachment of C-Br bond take place, tertiary butyl carbonium ion formation take place. Again here, approach of nucleophile COH bond conformation is going on, and here COH bond is formed or conformation take place. So in this terms delta H, delta E1 and delta E2. What is delta H? Enthalpy of the reaction, that is enthalpy of energy of reactant, energy of product minus energy of reactant. This is delta H. This will also comes negative because less value energy of product minus energy of reactant, so it is negative. Delta E1, activation energy of first step. This is first step. So reactant required certain amount of energy to reach up to first step, product of first step. And here this is delta E1. C-Br bond breaks and transition state occur. So for transition state, the amount of energy required to reach up to second step. So it is, this difference is called as, or energy of second step minus transition state. It is called as delta E2, activation energy of second step. Okay, this reaction is also exothermic reaction. It is also exothermic reaction. Next, now here we can compare between SN2 and SN1 reaction mechanisms by using these factors SN2, SN1. Now kinetics, it is second order reaction, it is first order reaction. Second order, so reaction rate can be determined by two molecules, and here only one molecule. Molecularity, it involves two molecules, it involves only one molecule. Steps involved in the reaction, this is one step reaction, single step reaction, but this reaction takes place in two steps: dissociation of C-Br bond, first step, and fast attack of nucleophile, two step. Breaking and making bonds, here COH bond conformation and C-Br bond breaking take place simultaneously. In this SN1 reaction mechanism, reactant bond breaks and product bonds form, because first step reactant bond C-Br bond breaks, and in second step the nucleophile attacks and COH bond conforms. Transition state, it is one step and one transition state. It is two-step reaction and two transition states. Next factor, attack of nucleophile. It is backside attack, and here both side attack is possible because of planar geometry. What is stereochemistry of product? So here 100% inversion of configuration occurs, and here 50% inversion and 50% retention of configuration occurs. About reactivity, so here primary alkyl halides are more reactive for SN2 reaction than secondary than tertiary, and here tertiary alkyl halides are more reactive than secondary than primary. So about details or some examples we will see in the next lecture. Okay, thank you.